Observe the 26-year-old teacher at the front of this 1888 Meiji kindergarten. She is a biological artifact in a new ecosystem, her physical presence marking the exact boundary between two colliding eras. At her crown sits a modern Western-style ribbon. It is the outermost layer of rapid modernization. Just below the ribbon, she wears a simplified silk kimono, a foundational base layer carried over from the previous century. Her uniform maps a culture integrating industrial modernity while still inhabiting its ancient feudal skin. The foundational kimono is disrupted at the waist by a firm pleated hakama, a divided skirt tied securely over the silk layers. A standard traditional kimono, with its tightly bound sash, physically prevents the squatting and bending required to command a room of active children. This split screen shows the alternative, the highly restrictive Victorian dresses briefly championed by the Meiji government. They proved impossible to wear in a functional workspace. The hakama provides the ergonomic freedom needed to move efficiently among these newly introduced low classroom desks. Down at her feet, dark lace-up Western leather boots protect her from the unpaved, muddy schoolyards of the early industrial city. These boots function as a deliberate status symbol, a hikara marker of the educated, independent woman. Almost all first-generation kindergarten teachers in Japan shared a specific lineage. They were daughters of the Shizoku, the D-classed samurai. In the 1870s, the sudden abolition of feudal stipends ended the economic life of the warrior class, leaving elite families suddenly without income. Though their wealth was gone, samurai daughters possessed two traits the state required for its experimental schools: high literacy and an internalized habit of extreme discipline. Survival forced these daughters of high-ranking warriors to become wage-earning public servants, instructing the children of the merchants their fathers once looked down upon. Until the Meiji Restoration, the pleated hakama was the exclusive domain of male samurai authority, a visual signal of the right to bear arms. This martial symbol was retrofitted into academic armor, giving female educators the physical utility to legitimize their presence. For many, this was a brief window of professional autonomy before they were legally and socially expected to resign for marriage. The modernizing state used these visual symbols of the samurai past to establish the authority of its new democratic school system. Look at her hands as they manipulate a square of mass-produced chemically dyed paper. These hands lack the thick, yellowed calluses her father built swinging a heavy practice sword. Her fingertips lack the permanent charcoal ink stains that marked her father's life as a feudal bureaucrat. Her paper is Western, uniform, perfectly square, and entirely divorced from the winter-forged, asymmetrical bark paper her father used for his sacred ceremonial folds. The physical record on their skin shows the environment of feudal violence and court etiquette vanished. The mechanics of the fold show a trait that persisted. For the first 6 years of her life, she watched her father's fingers move with the clockwork precision required by the old court. She carried that physical memory into her teacher training, mapping an ancestral microspatial judgment onto Friedrich Froebel's imported German paper-folding occupations. The skill has shifted its utility. A silent habit once used to mark the sacred boundaries of a warlord's hierarchy is now used to guide 30 children in unison. Cultures modernize by physically repurposing the geometries and habits of the past to survive new climates. History persists as quiet physical habits, a warrior lineage's discipline surviving within the daily classroom routine.